jumping into the match.
Both players banned Shaman, no surprise. And we can see Arneej bringing Control Warrior here. He's playing Shield Block Bash and Iron for Portal. So looks like a control heavy build here. Meanwhile, ratje is playing kind of a unique hunter, both Argent Squire and Call of the Wild in hand. So this must be some custom build.
Yeah, maybe he's like, I want to play mid-range hunter, but I have to smork a little bit, right? I play hunter, so I cannot get distance of those Argent Squires and the hero power.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad against Arneej here, because Arneej tends to bring Control Warrior in his lineup. He really likes playing control, and he's pretty good at it. So no surprise here. But wow, that hunter is really looking to target that warrior. He's playing Call of the Wild, Harrison, and the Tiger.
Also the Tiger is also so good against warriors, since it cannot get executed or shield slammed. It can just be brawled away. Yeah, and Arneej doesn't have the good hand he was looking for. He has that Acolyte, but oh man. Oh, and he even gets the Houndmaster. He can curve out so well with that Hyena into the coin Houndmaster, and no answers for Arneej. Yeah, he can decide to armor up Shield Slam, but is that the...
Oh, and there's the War Axe. I think that's a pretty good turn already. You can just X down that Hyena.
Yeah, you have to go for it, right?
Yeah, there's no way you're leaving that thing up. It's way too dangerous.
Yeah, for now it's not that dangerous. It's only a 2/2, but in a couple of turns it can be that destroying Hyena. Can feed himself with some beast bows.
It's sort of like a questing adventure, just kind of slower, but still it's very hard to deal with once it gets those buffs going. So you want to deal with it now. Take care of it. Smack that 2/2 away.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Ooh, and this turn can be actually pretty interesting. Are you kind of coin out that Houndmaster? Like, you already have the Tiger, the Argent Squire, and the Harrison in hand, so his Barnes is going to be so good here. But ratje decides differently. I don't really like this play since the 4-3 can just be traded away by the weapon.
Yeah, but still the Hunter is taking... I mean, the Warrior is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
If he's taking another 4 to the face here. So Arneej is hoping to land that juggle on his Acolyte. Nope. Never lucky. Juggle going face here.
Now we're gonna see some Barnes RNG going on. Is he gonna pull that Ragnaros out of his deck?
Yeah, his Barnes rolls must be pretty good, right? I mean, you have Infested Wolf, High Main in there, and Rag. I mean, it should be reasonable.
Yep, there we go.
And that's definitely reasonable. Getting the High Main.
That's a really good draw. Like, you can just War Axe down the Houndmaster now, play Shield Block to protect your life points a little bit. And next turn you can just slam the High Main, spawn those 2/2, and then just brawl away everything. But we see an answer in ratje's hand with that Harrison, but Arneej cannot see that.
Yeah, there's no way you play around Harrison. When facing a Hunter, at least, I mean. Imagine if Execute was 1 mana, how you could have shield blocked, shield slammed, and
it's not happening.
You just equip in the War Axe.
Oh, he's not...
get so punished. Oh, this is brutal.
Oh man.
ratje must be clapping in his hands. You're like, haha. Enjoy my tech card.
That belongs in a museum. I think ratje is going to a museum pretty quickly, just to see his War Axe hanging there.
I have no time for games.
Is this already lethal? There's 9 damage on the board, and there it is. There's the kill call. Yeah, this is it. Yep. Okay, so normally the Control Warrior matchup takes around an hour, and now this matchup will take only 2 minutes. Yep.
Turn 7 lethal.
It's turn 6.
Oh well. Yeah. Oh yeah, turn 6, turn 7. Okay. Classic Hunter games.
Yeah, well done by ratje. Of course we know mid-range Hunter is such a hard counter for Control Warrior though. So fast, and all the minions have death rattle, so you cannot really deal with it. Yeah, now ratje is 1-0 ahead, and are we going to that spot that everyone is ending up with a 3-4 score? But
Who
last
knows?
week, ratje said he was gonna quit Hearthstone if he didn't reach the finals of in the Amsterdam Arena, and he thought he was already out by losing last week. But then he found out that he still had that small opportunity. So maybe he's thinking, I have to grab it with both hands, or as Trump would say, grab it by the. Oh, we cannot say that, right?
Well, I mean, Ratch is still he has to be going for it. I mean, otherwise he would just be playing some troll decks. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what other deck he has in his decks. I mean, if you're playing Harrison in your Hunter, you must be playing some other wacky stuff as well.
Yeah, we will see. And now we have the Zoo with the Leroy, the old school Zoo.
Wow.
Deck that Mitsu made a while ago.
Right.
Is he also playing that double forbidden rituals, etc.? Is he playing that old school list? Or is he just having some really aggressive Zoo look with maybe double Argent Horse Rider? Maybe
And
some
Control
more
Warrior has a pretty good matchup against this. I mean, you're playing Revenge, you're playing War Axe, especially War Axe in the start. Extremely important. And this is already looking good for Arne.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, you have the perfect early start here, but with the War Axe. But yeah, what can ratje look for? Like, I think you just mulligan everything away just to find some one drops. Oh, and he is really playing that old school version with the forbidden rituals and the power overwhelmings. Maybe he was not comfortable by playing the discard Zoo. Would start with the Flame Imp, of course, but that War Axe is gonna crush ratje's dreams of playing that Flame Imp on turn 1.
Or maybe Ratch was like, hey, I'm too far, let's just play some fun decks, like throw it back a bit. Play some decks that are kind of like a bit meme, but they're still good. So
yeah, you know, with this deck he reached the finals last season, so maybe
okay.
something like that. That was the time when this Zoo got played, but then the Discord engines came out. So what you're gonna do, just Peddler, I think. Get some minions. Maybe you can get a Possessed Fitters. You're pretty good against the Flame Imp too.
Flame him not that bad as well. You could even coin it out just to make sure something sticks. Play Knife Juggler into Abusive next turn.
Oh wow, he doesn't go for it. Does he really want to have those double juggles? I really like this play. Could just go for the Flame Imp, right? You don't have a thing you want to coin out anyway. Yeah, and now you cannot even play the Knife Juggler. If you had that Flame Imp on board, you would have been in such a good spot. And now you're in such an awkward spot.
Yeah, you're forced to play double Flame Imp.
Yeah.
Still not that bad though, to play 2 3/2s.
Yeah, and only for 2 mana.
Yeah, it's kind of shows your curve off a bit, but hey.
Ooh, Revenge, pretty good pickup there by Arneej, but maybe you want to hold on to it a little bit. Oh, he's going for double Shield Slam.
I think the Revenge would have been pretty good there as well.
Yeah, but then you leave something off. Yeah, maybe Arneej thinks if I just keep removing everything till that point that I can drop down my Saga the Slitherer.
Ooh, look at this. He can Knife Juggler, then play the Crazed Alchemist, and could even coin out the Abusive. So that way he gets 2 juggles to juggle down that Acolyte.
Yeah, and then you miss both, and then...
And then you cry.
Yeah.
About never being lucky.
Yeah. And if Arneej decides to go for the Revenge pretty fast here, ratje can fill up the board with his Rituals. A card you don't really expect anymore in Zoo. It's gonna happen? No?
Nope, doesn't get it. So now the Abusive needs to hit to protect his Juggler.
Oh man, is it gonna hit?
50-50.
No!
Never lucky.
Ooh, good pickup there. He didn't have a minion to play. He didn't have a good play anyway. Now that at least Starseeker is gonna absorb some damage, but that Power Overwhelm will deal with it so easily here.
Indeed.
Councilman, pretty good pickup there, especially with the combination of Forbidden Rituals. Giving 6 damage the turn after on the Councilman.
So, do you go for the Councilman this turn and the PO?
Yeah, definitely right. You have the Forbidden Rituals to follow it up. And if Arneej decides to... Like, he cannot really play, like, a brawl on a 2-minion board. I don't know.
All right, and you also saw double shield slam, so you're not afraid
Yeah.
of shield block anything, shield block, shield slam. So yeah, this is a really solid Dark Shard Councilman.
But we still see the double execute, so maybe if Arneej decides to... Oh, what a pickup there. Arneej is drawing all the cards he's looking for. Slam execute, such a great play here.
And you can't even shield block just to keep cycling.
Yeah.
Oh no, he
Alright.
can't. Slam his execute cost 2 mana. So, Pork champ.
I like tapping here and play... Oh man. Did we just Argus here? Nope, Forbidden Rituals. And now you can bait out the Revenge actually. I think you have to, right, at this point.
I mean, is it baiting out? You remove a ton of minions here.
Yeah. But it's only one card, right? Oh, what? Arneej decides to go for Goro, and it can backfire on him so hard with that Defender of Argus that's coming out of play. Also, the Possessed Failure is such a sticky minion, it will summon just a new 1/1 if the Revenge got played.
And is really valuing his revenge here. The Forbidden rituals might just throw him off a bit. I mean, your opponent's playing rituals. It's not a very common deck to play against.
Not anymore. It was one of the most played decks like half a year ago, so Arneej has to get back in his mind. So how do I counter this?
Throw back.
Ooh, good draw there. Do you go for Justicar? I really like going for it right now. You gain 4 health, and if you play Revenge, you also just remove 2. You only remove 2 health from the board.
Yeah.
There's no way you're gonna die. I already saw like 1 PO. You just have to count right now. Do you die to something like a Leroy PO? Or you go to 19, and there's 9 on board. So you died. Yeah, Leroy Soulfire, Leroy PO will kill you.
That's a 2-card combination though, so.
Yeah. But there are 2 cards in the hand of ratje. So.
Who knows?
Ooh, there is the PO,
So
but
that's
not the
PO.
Leroy. He can't tap into it actually. He can tap into lethal here. Is it gonna happen?
It's abusive, isn't lethal, but that's
So-
still a ton of damage.
But you cannot really go for it right now. I think you just remove the Justicar, play your Voidwalker, and then remove 2 health. Oh yeah, and there we go. That's a huge misplay by ratje. Not playing around Revenge here. Now you get destroyed. GG.
So
Like,
there's the revenge.
Yeah, just Revenge, shield block, armor up, and then this game is over. If ratje just played around Revenge, put him on 15 HP, you could have just waited like a couple of turns. That Revenge did literally nothing. Of course, there is a second pickup with the Ghoul, so you could have gone for Revenge Ghoul and almost remove everything, but still.
Yeah.
Those things, you know, if you play against Control Warrior as a zoo, you know that the things that can punish your Revenge and Brawl.
This is a full board clear for Arneej. He even gets to get
Yeah.
another additional 4 armor here. And
Yeah, but it's just his own mistake. He just didn't play around Revenge and he got punished for it, so... But you can't fill up the board again with that second ritual, so...
yeah, sure. This might actually be a comeback for ratje. I mean, as second rituals, you just saw Ghoul and you just saw Revenge, so... Just
And
gonna
look at the
control board.
Crazed Alchemist, actually. That Crazed Alchemist is gonna destroy that Soul of the Slitherer.
Oh, right, yeah, making it 5 health.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
that's-
clear a 1/1 with your weapon, I think so, right?
Yeah.
Get a lot of value anyway with it.
Ah, that's crazy, actually.
Oh no, there's the juggler. If he had that 1 turn earlier, he had like 6 juggles coming in.
Juggler is still pretty good here.
Tap first. Good job. And another 1-drop. Yeah, he's definitely looking for his Doom Guards too, of course.
So he can Crazy Alchemist this one, so let's see. Good thing it didn't land.
But look at the life gain in the hand of Arneej with the double shoe block.
Yeah.
Also that tank up, gaining him 4 health extra every single turn.
It's going to allow him to look for a brawl or another revenge, or even a ghoul would be really good at this point. Just any type of AoE.
I think on this point, ratje cannot really play around brawl anymore, right? You just drop down both the Argent Squires.
Yeah, definitely.
If they have brawl, you lose 100%, no matter what. If you play 1 squire or 2 squire, it doesn't matter at all. I was thinking about...
Those 1-1s aren't going to win you the game, I think. I was thinking about just...
I don't like this.
Weird, yeah. He could have
Yeah,
just bumped in 1-1-1.
yeah, I know he lost.
Yeah, that's actually lethal for Arneej.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a very awkward win for Arneej. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what to say about this game.
it looked very unlikely that Russia was going to win the game with double shield block in hands and still being 2 brawls left, but he could have taken his chances though. So
Yeah, it's so... Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe Russia is just like thinking that he's out of the series, like he's out of the tourney. It could be, right?
it could
Maybe
be,
that's
yeah.
why he's not bringing those really meta decks, or he's not taking
know.
revenge into account. So
Yeah, I have no clue. But still, if you... They're like simple things, right? Revenge is not a card that's a new one or not played in Control Warrior every single time or something. Those are things you just have to know if you play on top level like ESL.
well, Raja has another chance to take a win with his Warlock here versus a
Yeah.
Druid.
Better matchup for him right now. Yeah, of course the Zoo is one of those matchups that most of the times just destroy the Druid, but Arneej has that Wild Grove, and if you can find that Ace of Wars, that card that's really hard to deal with as a Zoo, maybe you can win this. But ratje has a good answer for that Ace of War with that Crazed Alchemist in hand. What is gonna happen here? Is the game already started for you?
No, Arneej is.
Okay, I thought it was bugging out. Okay, so Arneej is still waiting for his mulligan, and ratje has to... Oh yeah, there we go.
Rutsch just mulligan. Just both players taking their time
Yeah,
here. And Arneej picking up the Wild Growth, so definitely a good start there, but
yeah.
the cars aren't the best to go with that early ramp.
But ratje finds his 1-drop. Ooh. So Wild Grove into Wrath, Hero Power can actually be pretty good.
Sure.
And now you can make a... Oh! I just wanted to say you can make like a pretty cool play with like play Abusive on your Voidwalker and then flip it around with Crazed Alchemist to make it a permanent
Sure.
3-3. But now you can go for him Gang Boss. It's definitely way better. And you can do the same trick next turn with your Imgang Boss, make it a 4-4.
Yeah, indeed. It's a pretty cool play with the Alchemist. I mean, it's a very cool tech that's also... Often there's a one-off Crazed Alchemist in the discards here, right?
Yeah, sometimes you see it. Yeah, I think it's a really good adjustment to the deck. You have so much cards you can flip around of yourself, but you can also flip around those big towns or those totems from Shama, like a Flame Tongue or maybe even kill a Doomsayer with it. Flip it around, make it 0 health, and kill it.
Yeah, insta-killing it. And Arneej, he used how Rat his cycle, removing the Voidwalker. He invested 2 cards in this Voidwalker, but at least he cleared a little bit of the board while cycling. So he's going to be able to Mire Keeper next turn, at least for some ramp.
You can do the same play with Direwolf actually, and the Crazed Alchemist, like buff your minion, flip it around, buff it again. You can do so many cool things with the Crazed Alchemist. I don't know why you don't see this card way more often in decks. Can be actually a pretty good card. Most of the times there's just no spot. And ratje sees the play and goes for it. Makes his Imgang Boss a permanent 4-4.
I mean, Imgang Boss being 2-4 was already a pain in the ass to deal with, but now it's a 4-4.
Ooh, good pickup there. Again, if that juggle lands, he can just kill it off with the Abusive Sergeant. Back in the days, it was a 100%, but now it's nerfed. Now you're not able to do that anymore. Now you need that Knife Juggler to deal that extra damage for you.
So let's see. Alright. Juggle doesn't land. Alright. still gets the extra damage due to good
Pretty-
placement.
Pretty awkward placement again by Ratje here. He should have placed the Niger on the other side of the abusive, so that hero power came out on the abusive or a swipe or something. Both his minions would have
This
been.
already
Oh, this is already
lethal.
lethal? Oh, wait a sec. It's like 9, 11? Yeah, 9, 11. And then.
Yep, already
And then
lethal
Leroy.
for Ratje.
Well done.
Zoo, traditionally favored against Druid, so it takes a win here.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, we already said before the game started. Zoo is so hard favored against Druid, and that makes it 2-1 for Ratje, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Oh wow, so we're getting closer to that spot that everyone is finishing with a 3-4 score. Yeah, we will see. Is Ratje gonna win or not?
So
Who's the
Ratje still
hunter
has
left?
his mage left.
Oh, his mage left. Yeah, he won
Yeah.
with the hunter. Yeah,
He
Let's
took a win
see.
with his Harrison Hunter.
he played a really weird mage last week, right? Didn't he play with some kind of freeze aggro mage?
Oh right, yeah, true. It was very funky.
I think it's gonna be a pretty standard tempo mage. Picking up that mana worm pretty important. Also a good start for Arneej with the Living Roots and the Feral Ridge.
Yeah, there's the mana worm. Always a good start when you're playing tempo mage. And Living Roots might actually not be worth playing here because your opponent could just ping one. You're best off saving it for removal.
Yeah, you can also
Drop.
set up. You can also set up for removal. You can also use the Living Roots right now on the Mana Worm, make it a 1/1, and then ping it off next turn. Like you don't have the Wild Growth in your hand, and even if you draw into the Wild Growth, it will set up way better for a swipe later on. Pretty bad turn here for Ratje, just pinging the face. Not exactly what you wanted. You wanted that Sorcerer's Apprentice or that Cult Sorcerer, pretty good on turn 2. Yeah, carry.
Oh, perfectly calculated by Arneej. He knew he was going to get a wild growth, making his turn slightly less awkward. Ratje is able to Arcane Intellect here.
But still no follow-up for Arneej. Like he has the ramp, but he doesn't have the minions to follow it up. Yeah, I can definitely go for that Living Roots hero power play here. I think this is correct. Like just Living Roots hero power, remove that Mana Worm. The Mana Worm can get out of hand so fast. Is he gonna do it? I think he must, right? Or Feral Rage. I think you want to save the Feral Rage for like a Flame Waker or for armor.
Yeah, definitely. Save that 4 damage removal for whenever a Flamemaker or a Azure Drake just hits the board. Those minions are a bit harder to deal with. Whereas you can now just play Living Roots and weave in a hero power. You're only taking 1 extra damage. So,
Oh wow, Arneej decides to use the Feral Rage here just to remove the minion.
I guess he wants to keep playing on curve. He has the swipe for a Flamemaker, so... And maybe he can like play a minion and weave in the Living Roots at the same time. Dealing with Cult Sorcerer.
Yeah, and Living Roots is only 1 mana, so it can be a little bit more versatile to fill up the curve. And it's also... Oh, look at this draw!
Yeah, this is great for Arneej.
Yeah, it's just insane.
Yeah, this will allow him to curve out a lot better.
Yeah, he can literally curve out into an Ancient of War, into a rack. Oh man, how is Richie gonna deal with those big minions? You probably can deal with 1 or 2, but 3 of those big minions is gonna be a little bit too much, I think. Arcane Blast ping will definitely deal with this minion, but I even think you go for the Forgotten Torch ping, since it will fill up the mana curve way better, and a turn after you can go for Azure Drake into Arcane Blast to make the Arcane Blast 6 damage instead of only 2.
Alright. Very solid curve here for Ratje. I mean, he has a lot of options.
Yeah, it's a bunch of options here. You can also decide to go for the Pavel book into the Frostbolt ping.
The Pavel book. No, the Pavel book only comes down after your opponent plays something really huge like Ragnaros
Or
or just
Ace
dropped
of
out
War.
of... Yeah. Then you get Polymorph 100%. That's
Let's
how
see
the
if it's
Pavel
gonna...
book works.
There you go.
God, too early, man. It's not going to be a Pavel book. You see, nice luck.
Too bad.
Yeah, I really like the Forgotten Torch into ping play. even
what?
investing in arcane missiles here just to get the damage.
Oh,
Maybe just thinking about burning down Arneej at some point in the game.
yeah, it's so weird. Especially since there are like a couple of Flame Rakers left in his deck. You can save all those small spells and just go full ham with all those small spells in one turn and burn them down.
This is
There's a lot of burst in his potential in his hand, of course. Like, there's 2 Frostbolts, there's a Forgotten Torch, and the Firelands Portal, and you already saw play 1 Feral Rage. So maybe he's thinking about just smork him down instead of go for board control.
Yeah, you still have 2 fireballs in your deck, so it's definitely an option or a game plan to go for.
Yeah, especially when you see that big town coming out that you definitely cannot deal with.
So,
Is this the plan? Oh yeah.
I'm guessing that's the plan. He
There we go.
he set up this way of the game, so
Yeah, and Arne must be so happy now seeing that second Feral Rage in hand. He already played 1, of course. Do you just go for Rack here? I think so, right? But you can also decide to play it a little bit more safe, go for the Feral Rage, armor up, hero power, kill the Babbling Book, go face, and wait a little bit longer for the Rack. But on 7 mana, what's the maximum damage you can take? It's 9 from the Fireball Frostbolt.
yeah, indeed. You're still safe at 7.
Yeah.
And after that, you just need to weave in the hero power and just make sure you're above 12 health.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Just play Rag here, put on the pressure on the mage.
Yeah, you can just trade the 1/1 with the Taunt, just to be 100% sure the 8 damage go face. But this Arne deciding to do the same thing. Like next turn you can go for Feral Rage with the Azure Drake, curve out way better, or go for like Feral Rage, Hero Power, Swipe. That looks pretty good.
It guarantees 8 damage to the face here by trading into that 1/1. Always kind of feels salty when you're trading away 5 damage into a 1/1, but
Yeah,
so
definitely.
maybe he can do something here with this Flamemaker. Like he wants to remove that Rag for sure.
Yeah, but you went for the plan to hit the face. Like, you have the damage right now, so I think you just have to go for it, right? You go double Frostbolt face. If
Yeah.
2 juggles, go face, you set up for lethal. Even though when the druid hero powers.
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
wow. So swipe Feral Rage seems like pretty reasonable play here. Or do you just trade and play Azure Drake, Feral Rage? I don't know. There's so many
So
opportunities.
you're Feral Rage for sure, right? I think
Yeah.
playing Azure Drake or swiping, both are fine.
Yeah, I think in both ways you're definitely gonna win this game. Like, Ratje decided to go for the Smork tactic since he already saw 1 Feral Rage. And Arne has the second Feral Rage, so I don't think Ratje can come back from that. Especially with that drag dealing 8 damage every single turn. No way Ratje is coming back from that. Oh wow, no Firelands Portal on the rack. Pretty weird play.
There's
Ice
a
block.
fireball. So he can ice block here. Wait, does Regis still have a way? Probably not, right? I mean, 14 health is just too much to deal with.
Yeah, it really depends on if Arne decides to go face with the Agent of War and the rack hits the Azure Drake.
No, he's going to clear the Azure Drake for sure. It's the Ragnaros just gives you lethal.
Yeah.
And you don't hit with the hero power because you don't want to trigger Ice Barrier. So we
Nope.
just armor up here and pass.
Oh what? No way.
Yeah, that's a small mistake by Arne. Like if that would have been Ice Barrier, his
Yeah, then he would have been punished so hard.
sure, but still.
15 damage, not possible. Like he can go for like a Babbling Boot. Oh wait, is that gonna save him a little bit? No way.
Earth
Right.
Elemental boys, let's go.
Hey, wait. He can still find a way, right? He can go Firelands Portal on the Agent of War, then go for Mirror Images.
Why not go on the
No,
rack?
then it's
Why
on
should
the
go
rack.
far- yeah.
For what?
He's
Is
going
it on the
face it?
place?
Oh, he must be tilted. I'm not sure how this sets him up for the win.
Oh wait, he gets a taunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but wasn't it better to
But
do
if
it
he
on
fight
the?
on the rack, but if
Yeah.
but then you don't set up for lethal. Like in this way, oh, they're still lethal, right? Yeah, never mind.
You had to like bank on getting Earth Elemental or something.
Yeah,
really
if you
huge.
got Earth Elemental, that was literally your only out. So maybe Ratchet thought that's my only out I have here, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But it was very unlikely for Ratchet to win that game. So Arneej taking a win with his druid. So it's going to be mage versus mage. And I was suspecting a tempo mage from Arneej because his teammate Gookboy was really high on ladder early with his mage.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Oh, and I see that Arne went offline.
Maybe a small disconnect here. Or did we already finish the series and was I spacing out? But I think Arneej just, he had some small connection issue. So
Yeah,
he's
that's alright.
coming back online now. So we'll have the mage mirror, just a few.
Yeah, I'm really curious about if it's both tempo mage. Are they pretty standard tempo mage, or do you expect some kind of Antonidas tempo mage with the Emperor and the torches, or?
Well, I know Arneej and Gookboy are close friends, and they like to like practice together and ladder together. And Gookboy just made it to, I think it was top. It was Legend rank 6 with his tempo mage early this season. So Arneej probably just copy pasted the deck if he thinks it's good, and is now playing it. It's not a very Antonidas late game heavy deck. It's really early. It has a lot of cycle, double loot hoarder, double torch, and it's just a very fast tempo mage deck.
Yeah, you have so much reach when you play double torch. That's an extra 18 damage to the deck. So if you're behind and you can stabilize the board a bit or hold off your opponent a bit, you can just keep smoking with all those fireballs. And Tempo Mage doesn't run any heals, so if you can get those burn into the face of the opponent, you can win the game. It's your other winning strategy. But Ratje's playing the more conventional Tempo Mage, right? Like go for board control, set up for a Flame Waker, having some late game minions with the Portal and the Rack. I'm really curious about this matchup.
Both players have a solid opening hand to just start it off. So it is indeed tempo versus tempo. No freeze mages here. Maybe with Babbling Book we'll see some freeze mage variants with ice blocks popping up. And Arneej showing away his Sorcerer Apprentice and his Flamemaker.
I'm jumping into the game. I'm in it right now. Yeah. Oh, and there's also the Mana Worm draw from. Oh yeah, okay. You already saw that. Oh wow, they both have a really good hand actually. I like coining out the mirror images here.
Yeah, mirror image isn't going to protect your Mana Worm from Frostbolt.
Yeah.
It's quite strange for Much to do this because you could just save the images for a potential Flamemaker turn or just use a bit later in the game. Also, that coin is quite important.
Yeah, especially if you're on the coin in the mirror match. I'm not sure if you're ahead, since your opponent can start off with the Mana Worm and get the value trade on your Mana Worm. So that's pretty hard sometimes. But Ratje has a pretty good follow-up with a double Babbling Book. I think you can just leave that Mana Worm. You don't have to risk that Arcane Missile.
So it's random spells versus actual spells, because we can see the Arcane Intellect in his hand, and Frostball definitely not bad. Another Frostball. Wow, I think Frostball is really great in the mirror, but the thing is, Ratje doesn't have anything else but removal.
Wow, not playing the Arcane Intellect here. He's waiting a little bit. Yeah, he can decide to go for Arcane Intellect next turn. Maybe find that Arcane Missile's Arcane Blast to boost those Mana Worms even further. But we see double Frostbolt from the Babbling Book destroying those Mana Worms.
What's he going to do here? Is he going to trade with the Mana Worm? Oh no, he's not. Just looked like he was trading a bit with that Mana Worm. But
and what you said before, he's probably copied the deck from Gookboy with that Loot Hoarders and Torches.
Looks like it. Arcane Intellect seems really good here. You don't have to play out Loot Hoarder or...
Nope. Oh, wow.
You can just play Loot Hoarder Ping as well, if you...
Yeah, but You cannot kill off the mirror images then. If you just go Arcane Intellect, you draw a bunch of cards, you get ahead on cards, you can kill one of the mirror images. You can still find like a Babbling Book yourself, or maybe even Arcane Missiles to destroy everything. I like Arcane Intellect a lot here.
Yeah, it's a really good turn to Arcane Intellect for sure. This is like the window to draw some cards.
Yeah.
And,
One.
Double Torch. So it's definitely the good boy version.
Yep. Another Frostbolt probably coming in here for Ratje. You can also go for that Arcane Intellect, Arcane Missile play. Yeah, he's going for it. Now he sees the second Arcane Missiles. He probably is going for it, right? But if they all hit face, Ratje is pretty far from home, as we say in Holland.
Okay, so Russia doesn't have anything really great here. He could YOLO missiles. I guess that's your best bet here. You can just throw away one missiles.
Yeah, but you can also decide to wait a little bit longer. If you can pick up a Flame Waker, you can have an insane turn with Apprentice in your hand. So maybe he's thinking about that right now. Like, that Archimedes is so much risk. It's not worth it, right? If you miss it, you literally wasted a card.
Gee.
Could pick up again Babbling Book and give you some extra cards in your hand.
So let's see. When Arneej gets him, it's another torch. So
Look at
I
this.
think those torches might actually be flying to the face pretty soon.
5 fireballs for Arneej. This is gonna be insane. Like,
Yeah. If this game goes into the late game, then Arneej is definitely favored to win because he can just fireball down Ratje.
yeah, he can.
So
But
Ratje
now-
is going to need to win board pretty fast because if this game drags out, this is a 100% favorite for Arneej.
And they both have to win to secure themselves a spot into the final. The winner of this match will go to the final. And and the loser will not. Yeah, Arneej has a slight chance of going to the finals if he loses, but it's gonna be hard. Oh. You're weak.
So he could have played the Blood Mage Thalnos as well, but he decided to go for the safe play and just play the ping instead. And,
For the intellect. Intellect Torch seems pretty good here, right?
so you intellect first because you don't want to draw those fireballs right now. You want to draw some minions instead.
Rag, that's a minion.
Yeah, that's a pretty good minion for sure.
Yep, and also the Flame Waker. You're so ahead on cards now. You have 7 cards in hand, and Ratje only has 4. And
Yeah.
If
and
Ratje
look at
decides
those
to-
big boys.
this is pretty bad for Ratje. He played the Azure Drake, he's thinking, yeah, play a good minion here, draw a card, but that Firelands portal is completely destroying that. Or, yeah, you're not going for Azure Drake, Arcane Blast, right? You want to stay at Arcane Blast for your Flame Waker.
Yeah,
Is he
and
getting?
Oh,
Oh, summoning fork!
This is going to be great. I mean, Ratche, does he have to invest something here, like to kill this? It's very trending, right? Because
Yeah,
Mage
definitely.
runs a lot of spells, and
Yeah,
getting a free 3-drop or a free 2-drop is just crazy. Summoning those
just
boys.
insane. Oh man, I
So
remember
Arcane
when.
Intellect here?
Sorry.
I think your Arcane Intellect here. Just go for the Fireball, maybe.
You can also go for the Blood Mage Thalnos Frostbolt Arcane Missile play. And then you invest so many cards just to kill off that Summoning Stone. Oh, this looks so bad for Ratje. He decides to go for Portal.
Oh, we're going to see some Summoning Stone value here.
And another Torch. Oh
Here's the
man.
torch.
What if you decide to go for... Oh man, this is so hard. Yeah, you can go Gold Sorcerer, Torch for 4 on the Shadowcaster, and Torch for 7 on the face. And summon 2 3-drops.
Yeah.
Maybe you can even get some charge minions to put in some extra damage. Oh man. Oh wow, he decides to go for Drake.
He's still thinking about this one because summoning stone makes the turn like a bit more trickier, but this is a typical Arneej game, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. This is gonna be sick. Gold sorcerer.
Let's make
Getting
Yeah.
this is like getting 2 free tree drops. I mean, how good is that?
What did he get? Oh, he gets Panther! The stealth minion. Oh man.
No way to target that for Ratje. And it's not to buff the tiger or to bring the summoning stone back to 2.
Ratje can use a flame strike now.
Yeah.
Oh man. What a
Ah.
card. Summoning stone. We had quite some cool series already this evening. A lot of things going on.
There's the arcane blast, so
Yeah, a little bit late. What if you just go for Blood Mage Talons and go for like 5 juggles? Oh, you go for 4 juggles, I think.
oh, well, this is risky though. If that summoning stone remains alive, then it's super
Yeah.
risky.
It's super risky. That's not enough. Oh!
Okay,
Too
he gets
bad,
the
too
snipe, but still, it's a free trade, and Arneej could just play a Ragnaros.
Yeah, that's what we said before. Like, look at the burst damage in the hand of Arneej. Already 2 fireballs, and there are still 3 fireballs left in the deck.
Oh, he can even play Arcane Blast straight with the 2-1 and just have a 4-2 Panther smacking him in the face.
Yep.
Excuse me, a 5-2 could actually buff the attack as well.
Oh, that's actually pretty good, since now it cannot be pinged off by the hero power. Oh man, I'm so spectator bugged. Let me rejoin the game.
Arneej looking very favored. Ratje picked up Talons, Arcane Blast, and Fireball, so he doesn't have an out to win this game. Well, meanwhile, Arneej is sitting on a ton of burst here. Roaring Torch and Fireball.
Yeah, it's exactly enough, right? Like, double Fireball ping is 13 damage exactly. Can even ping off the... Oh, whoa. Finds a way of dealing with that. Ping it off. That Panther. Additional 5 damage with the Fireballs in the hand of Arneej is gonna finish this game. And that's it.
That's it. Arneej goes to the finals, going 4-3 in total.
Yeah. And he's also secured. We have one guy, Encom Pradin. He made like an entire Excel sheet. What is happening when someone wins or loses and what happens in the standings. And he's updating me every round. So every 4-3 player is 100% sure to go to the final. So Arneej, Danner, and LW Dutchboy are 100% sure right now. So now the last match we have Sushi versus Near.